Dun, 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 dun. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sean Patrick Green, also known as Fudge. Depends on who's following me and where you're following me. This is a first attempt at doing a live stream. As you can see, I have the God Chaser Sports logo that we've had, well, it looks like since 2014. And I'm going to go over some of the leagues in fantasy sports that I'm in for this season. Now, we've been using the Yahoo platform, Yahoo Fantasy Sports platform, probably for the last, well, actually, since I started doing fantasy sports back in 1999. First time doing it on Yahoo and Excite. So if anybody else is used to it by now, as I have been, you're probably an avid fan of being a part of leagues for a prolonged time and building those rivalries over the years. So, real quick, once again, Yahoo Sports has been the platform that we've been using for God Chaser Sports since 1999. We've had championships from football in the very beginning since 2000, and that's been on record. I've had to rely on my own collection of data from that time to allow for who was in the league and who wasn't. But over the years, I have made sure I collected the data and kept it secret on my own database so that we have a record of everything. So this is what's going on right now in the fantasy football leagues. This is the group that we have. This is a special group for anybody who's interested in joining our leagues. This is the place to go. We also have, I'll go to that real quick, a official, no, not fad book, official Facebook for fans of people that follow us. GCSports 2000. So very simple. This, we also have a Twitter account, GCSports 2000 as well. Of course, I have to put the Buffalo Bills up there. That's who I represent. So anybody who is interested in being part of a Christian fantasy football league, we have several options. So check us out. I am your host today, Sean Patrick Green, and the log on for Yahoo, I believe my name is called Fudge. So if you've competed against me over the years, you have seen me somewhat competitive in all the leagues over the years and partially dominant in some sports, but doesn't seem like that's the way it is this year. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go over some of the things going on in the leagues that I'm in this year and kind of recap baseball, because since the World Series has started up, they're going to pretty much take down the fantasy baseball leagues that we did. So I want to make sure that everybody is a part of the storylines with all these people that I've been in competition with over the years. So if I have glass glare, please forgive me. We're working all this out. Plus, I'm blind, so there's nothing I can do about that. So anyways, here we go. Let's go to fantasy football, Yahoo Sports. And we have, let's go down to the baseballs. Okay, you see all the leagues that I'm involved in? Way too many leagues. I'm doing way too much. Yet I'm enjoying every moment of it. This year they did college football. You can actually start a football team now. And I decided to do the hashtag UB Horns Up, which is University of Buffalo's Bulls hashtag for the sports and everything else that they do. Even though I'm wearing a Georgia Bulldogs hat, don't kill me. I'm a former Floridian, but I'm still a fan of the Bulldogs, no matter what. So here we go. We got all college football going on. We got hockey. We got basketball. All right. So baseball it is. And I'll make the screen a little bit bigger. All right. So I'm going to go to the baseball teams that I did this year. And they started last September. They started in March. And as you can see, this is kind of where I ended up ranking for this whole year. All right. So I was pretty decent, except for one league. I ended second, sixth, fourth, third, fourth, and fifth at the end of the season. And this one being the championship that I lost to a competitor who's been involved for years. He runs the Borough Bombers in all the leagues that we have. So baseball 2019, this is what we did. Oh, by the way, I am rooting for Houston. I rooted for Houston before the Dodgers were taken out. So forgive me if anybody doesn't like Houston or the Dodgers. So here we go. I'm going to go to the GCBL AL. I'm going to show you what we've done that past season. A couple weeks ago, we ended it September 29th. And here it is. This was the championship series for God Chasers Baseball League. That's what that stands for. All right. And as you see, the Shredder was number 1 ranked team against Bishop Roberts was also number 2. Now, Bishop Roberts is a fierce competitor and has been involved for many years as well in God Chaser Sports. So Bishop Roberts is one of those people who will have the most moves in a league. So I will show you right now. Here's the standings. Look at that. 143 moves throughout the season. Ended up third with the second rank. Okay. I only had 15 moves. Hate to break it to you, buddy, but I surpassed you. Good rivalry we got going. And the Borough Bombers were actually a number 6 seed team. So if you look at it, I'll show you again the standings and the playoff ranking. Here it is. So I was actually number 6. Let me rephrase that. But I was making a comeback towards the last part of the season. I snuck in. I beat Around the Horn. I beat the Shredder, number 1 seed, who was actually doing really well all season. And he had only 2 moves, though. Around the Horn had 28. So I think Around the Horn and I had probably the most interesting rivalry between us. I lost the first game. I lost the second game. And I beat him the third game and in the playoffs. So it was Bishop that I tied as well. So the last couple games at the end, I was doing pretty well. Long story short, here we go. Shredder lost to me. Bishop lost to the Bombers, who was number 4th seed. And the Bombers beat me. So, and I did not, for anybody who thinks that that's what I would do, throw the game. I'm very competitive. So that's a recap of the God Chasers Baseball League AL. So we have an American League version. And here's all the teams. Around the Horn, All Aces, Golden Sombrero, Yao's team, Jersey Disciples, and Debo, who's always competitive, dead last this year in that league. Here we go. We got the history of the God Chasers Baseball League, American League. We've had a couple name changes over the years, and we kind of settled with this probably since 2010. And the Bombers came back after a 6-year absence to win their second title in our league. But as you see, the baseball league goes back actually probably to 2003, more likely. I don't know what happened in 2002, but I believe 2003 was really when this league kind of launched a little bit more consistently. And it wasn't until 2006 that they didn't have the actual rankings and stuff officially listed everywhere. So I don't know why I have all this Ameritrade. Ameritrade is not paying me for this ad, by the way. So Ameritrade, if you're watching this, you better give me some money for this. So, and as you can see, I lost twice in the championship, and it didn't go well for me in the baseball league. So, moving on, we'll go to the God Chasers Baseball League National League, and we'll go right here. First ranking team was the Giants, who won it all. Congratulations. Giants have been around for a long time. We'll show that all-time stat in a second. The Yankee Empire came back, just kind of edged their way through, beating Lemke, who's also probably the biggest competitor in the history of all of our sports. I would have to say. I mean, I can't belittle the other ones that are probably as competitive, but in this league, especially, Lemke's been one of the top competitors. So he actually lost as a fourth ranked to the fifth ranked Yankee Empire, and TD's touchdown or TD's Titans 2 is his team beat me in the first quarterfinals, first round. So I got somebody calling me here from Florida. Give me 1 second. Hello.
Hello.
Who's this?
This is Dane. Dane Stafford, that is. Am I speaking with Mr. Green?
This is Mr. Green.
All right, Mr. Green. We're giving you a quick courtesy call in regards to a travel credit. It's on file for you, and I have Vanessa's name. Is that your wife?
I guess somebody probably used my name because I don't recall that.
It shows here a few years back, Vanessa Green purchased a vacation package, and it expired before you guys were able to complete the destinations.
Yep.
That's why they're giving you travel credit.
Oh, that's great because I don't actually know anybody by the name of Vanessa Green.
Oh, that's great. All right. We have Vanessa Green. We have an address of 119 Artist Street, Buffalo, New York. And we got a B Green 1961 at yahoo.com as an email. Is that your address or your email? Or?
Oh, no. So you probably looked it up wrong because that's not me.
Okay. All right. Well, then it must be a mistake here in the system here. There was a credit for that person for their refund check. All right. Well, thank you. Have a great day.
No problem.
All right.
So I like those kind of calls. Sorry about that delay. Anyways, let's get back to baseball. So the Titans, they beat me and lost to No Pepper. No Pepper has been another competitor, and he been to the championship a couple different places, and we'll show you that in a minute. So No Pepper, Giants headed off, and the Giants won the whole thing. So number one, number two, I would say a true championship. And I think I lost that, to my rival Lemke there in the consolidation. It didn't work out well. All right, so the full standings, here we go. Here are the teams that played. Isaiah, Greg Martin, a Puig of their own, and Tomahawk Shop didn't make the playoffs. And like I said, I just kind of snuck in probably the last minute. But here are the all-time for the baseball league for this team, for this league. The history we got since 2003 also. They kind of branched off from this, and we did 3 leagues for a little while, and now we're back down to 2 for probably the last 10 years now. And the Giants, they look like they returned after 6 years as well. How about that? They beat me 6 years ago and that's the only time I actually made it to the championship was 2013. They've been there 3 times. It looks 4 times. So 2-4, 2-2 is what their record is in the championship. Congratulations to the Giants. No Pepper was there twice. They got lost twice in this league. So again, Lemke is one of those people that you got to be careful with because he will sneak up on you. Okay, let's get to the next one. That was the Christian Baseball League. We all still kind of keep it all together under God Chaser Sports, but some of the people from those 2 leagues will compete in this league. So, and as you see, Lemke, number 1 seed, beat the number 2 seed PG's team. PG was in my division. This one is a league that has divisions in it. And PG took over my number 1 spot that I had for almost the whole season and bumped me down. And Lemke bumped me down. And even though I was valiant in my effort to go to the next round and go head-to-head to my rival, didn't work out so well. Last year's second, the loser to last year was Kingdom Warrior. The winner didn't make the playoffs this year, but he had a valiant effort as well trying to win. And he did just as well as I did in quarterfinals. Albuquerque going 8-1, losing 8-1. That's kind of a big deal because Alba is one of the bigger rivals between Alba and Lemke over the years, and you'll see in a minute when I show you the all-time stats. So this is our second league that I run. Here's the standings for that league, and Debo once again is in this league. Lemke took it. Actually had the best record of the whole season. And number 2, it was a true 1-2. So here's the all-time. As you can see, there's Turkey. Alba Turkey. So right about 2014 when he took the stage, championship 1 and 2, and he had another championship he was in that he lost to Lemke in. And this year actually was a repeat of 2015's championship between Lemke and PG. So check that out. Some history there, buddy. 2003 is when we started this whole thing. We have a little break here because I just had to take a break. So congratulations, Lemke, on that one. All right, so here we go with the next one. Fudge Ball. Now, this one kind of took a history-wise mind of its own over the years, but I entered and I lost in the semifinal, which was really the first round. And third day, a 3rd seed took over Debo, like I told you. He's also in this league. Debo took over. Debo's everywhere. He wants to be involved. Why not? But I ended up being number 4 seed because Yao lost to Debo. I think that's how this is working. Let me look at that. No, because third day beat him. Let's look at that again. Third day beat Yao, so that brought them down. And then I beat Yao in the 3rd place game. And it was a decisive win. So I feel good about that. But as you can see, we have teams here, 10 teams. We only have 4 teams this year. Actually, for the last couple years, we just did 4. The top 4 go into it just to make it interesting. And third day has been in the last 4 years in the championship, winning 3 out of 4. That's no small feat. So here we go with GCBL Classic. Now, this is a newer league. This is the 2nd year, and we kind of spawned it off from an old league that we had years ago and kind of tied it together. Some of the old leagues, here they are, 2003, 2004. But 2017, actually, this is year 3 for us. we just brought together some of the older teams and some of the newer teams that have been champions over the years in various sports leagues. So as you see, the Rangers, they won. Here's the playoff. It is a true, nope, it wasn't. It was number 1 versus number 3, right? Number 5. The Bishop was number 5. But yeah, so because the Rangers were in the same division, they can't be 1 and 2. And Bishop was actually a little less than the Bombers, who always seems to get into the championship bracket. And of course, Lemke once again in this one. So, but the Rangers are victorious, and I believe that's the second year in a row. Let's look at the time. Yep. Rangers. And it's between those two teams every year, even though they're all in the same division. They're both in the same division. Faithful One was the other team that was always right behind them, and the Bombers. So this year, the number 1 in this division was the Rangers. The number 2 was Bishop, I believe. Yep. And in the second division, it was the Faithful Ones were first ranked, and Langpy was right behind them, just 0.5 games behind. How about that? That would have been a tough game. I think it was at the end of the season that was decided too. All right, so playoffs once again. There you go. Championship for the Classic, what we call it. God Chasers Baseball League Classic. So it's a tie-in from past, and I got a couple other ones. Veterans Baseball League. Not too many people that are a part of the God Chaser Sports are a part of this, but I did manage to. Nope, I wasn't in this playoffs. So I actually was 7th. So let's not go any further with that one. Another Christian league, One Accord Grand Slam. This is the first year. It's a tie-in with some basic basketball leagues that I created a couple years ago. And so that's the recap of that one. And that one's got a couple people that tie into other leagues, but it was a small league. First year. I'm going to see how far we go with this, but Yao beat everybody in this one. And I was second to the last, so it's not too bad. I can't complain. But top 4 of the 6-team league, and the Bombers were in it. Yao was in it, and Yao won it. Beat over the Trout Farm. So, at any rate, that's the leagues for baseball. And what I'll do is I'll do another segment on football shortly, but to give you a quick introduction of what hockey is doing this year. This is the second week of hockey. Here we go. I am in 10th, 5th, 2nd, 3rd, 10th, 3rd. So I'm all over the board here. That's where we're going. This is week 3, and I'm up against a couple some old-time rivals. King Henrik is one, and On Thin Ice has been part of the God Chaser Hockey League forever. Cyclones has been part of it as well. So just keep it locked. This is Sean Patrick Green, God Chaser Sports, and I hope to see you soon. Here's the baseball or football current status. Waiting for Monday Night Football to end. So what we'll do tonight, I plan to do a live football recap right at the end of Monday Night Football. As you can see, I have a couple good wins, but I got some really bad losses. Oh, well. Can't win them all, man. Can't win them all. All right. Thanks for watching. Sean Patrick Green, God Chaser Sports.